next studio, the next guest. Hi, Marco. Hi, welcome.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome,
Hi.
welcome.
Uh, Thank you
Um,
for having me.
my pleasure. Please, do you want to talk a little bit about yourself, your studio, and the game that you're going to present?
Yes, of course. I am Marco Arellano. I am the creative director of Mr. Ayo. Mr. Ayo actually have two brands. First, Mr. Ayo Studios that offers services, video game related services to companies in Latam. We actually made serious games for transnational companies, and Mr. Ayo Games. That's the company I am representing today that makes its own IPs, and one of those IPs is Sami. Uh, Meditational, but also really funny game that we are aiming to release to Steam, Nintendo Switch, and mobile devices. So in Devcom 2022, we're trying to find a publisher, to find an ally, so we can enhance or improve the realization of the game. That actually it's reaching an alpha state of development. And well, I have a video of the making of, and so I can tell you about more about this beautiful game that we are making. I don't know if we can put it while we speak, or I should go on.
Okay, give us a second. I think it will be possible.
Because it lasts 10 minutes, so
yeah, perfect.
So
yes, we have it. Oh,
so, yeah.
I love the music. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, all the music, all the art, all the assets of the game are made with in our own studio, with our own people. We have actually a Latin American team. We have people from Bolivia, from Mexico, and now from Colombia, and now we are maybe integrating an Argentinian. But this game was born with the pandemic, actually, with the necessity of so many people becoming depressed, stressed, and with anxiety. So this game born with a more altruistic sense. But in a way, we realized that we had to make it more commercial. We had to make it more massive. So we introduced some good mechanics, some good gameplay, without forgetting the altruistic part. We want this game to be the most visually enjoying game in audio, in visuals, in the mechanics, the flow of the game, but in the same amount of fun of entertainment. We want to give to the player these notions of meditation, these notions of emotional well-being that sometimes are so forgotten in the media industries. Mr. Ayo, as a studio, always as a video game studio, always tries to bring closer to the players new themes that are not often seen in the scene in the video game scene. So that's what we're trying to do. We are trying to bring closer this time to concepts of meditation, to make a simulation of meditation and make it fun. That's a challenge, of course, because we are trying to bring to know that the project to many people as possible, to let people as possible. So this project was born in 2020, actually, 2 years ago. But the real development just began the last year, in almost July last year. So we'll have cinematics, we'll have in-game cinematics and cinematic as a movie, and we have a lot of references or Easter eggs to our culture, to Peru culture, in the dresses, in the expressions, in the animals that will cover the world, but also we have concepts of well-being, of meditation that will apply, that will sound with any person that plays the game.
So, can you actually talk about the game itself, the story, for example? Because I see a bit of monsters, I see light and dark, I saw an arrow, so...
Yes. It's actually a story of a single person that tries to learn, that goes through an evolution of knowing himself, and knowing the world where he lives. This is to say that in the sunny world there's no death. There is no death, but there is, no, there is no death as we know it. It's this change of the matter that we know, the transformation of the body that we know, that some cultures know, that we are trying to apply to this game. So when one physical body dies, it doesn't disappear. It transforms in a more ethereal, spiritual version of itself. So in this world, this person is trying to understand all these concepts, that there is no apparently any way to die. There is no there is some kind of evil that is represented in these emotions of some of the friends he has, and he tries to understand all this while he tries to gather to rescue first her child, later his world, that is become endangering by this nature, by this force, that it's not an evil force like that. It's not evil 100%, but it's damaging in its own way of thinking. It's damaging the world where these all creatures are living. So Sunu, the main character, will have to beat this darkness, because it's a game about divinity against darkness, if we have to put it in some way. So light versus dark. In this, Sunu has to beat himself and beat the enemies, the obstacles that he found around the way, using these concepts of meditation and emotional well-being that we are trying to subliminal introduce into the game.
I see.
So he will go through 6 phases where his body, his mind, and his clothes are gonna show that he is growing, that he is acquiring abilities, that he is learning new ways of fighting against this darkness, and using his skills like compassion, like gratitude, forgiveness, mindfulness, visualization, and the later and last manifestation. So I'm sorry if these are topics
Really deep.
So it's beautiful.
deep, but yes, we are trying to make that balance between these topics, so that many people can know about it, without restricting the fun and entertainment that this game has to offer.
Yeah, I mean, and also it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. The design.
Concept.
The concept art.
The story is really nice, and also, I mean, all the graphics are really nice done, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm really looking forward. Like, I really like.
Yeah, sure.
Can we see a gameplay? Can we see video? Can we see more?
Well, I shared the video to the production, so you can have it, and it's also uploaded in the to YouTube. So
Let me
yeah,
check it.
we're going to start advertising the game in all aspects we can. So Devcom is one of those platforms that we are reaching. We are here to show the game, to make it possible that this kind of games appear more in the mainstream stores. No, I don't know. There isn't any taboo about these topics, but we don't see them a lot. There are actually more subliminal, right? Like Greece, like Sky, this old Sea of Sorrows, if I don't mistaken. Um, they treat these topics, but they do it in so more one the others. So subliminal way that people don't catch it sometimes. Journey is a good example of this kind of games, and obviously is one of our inspirations.
Yeah.
Sky is a game of the same team, but we wanted to say explicitly that this is a game about these topics, but that's not a deterror. That's not a negative point to try the game. We can assure that the players will have fun as they learn more about these concepts. No, obviously, no directly, not like a definition of the dictionary, but through the experience. Through the experience, we will teach this. We'll try to teach these concepts. So that's actually the point. That's actually the effort we're making from the studio.
Yeah, we have some questions maybe.
No, I just wanted to comment that when we were talking about before the inspiration that about the Peruvian, some animals, some plants, and some figures, some
Traditional
design,
clothes.
the traditional clothes, these geometrical figures. This is something that is inspiring, and this is very nice to see here in your
Yes.
in your game.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
So pretty. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we actually have Mr. Rayo in general has a story of making this kind of games. We always try to pursue another objective, another motivation as pair that compare the entertainment. We don't have just to entertain by itself. That's obviously valid and has proof that it works. But we think we are in times that we need more approaches to the entertainment with something else. And yes, we made previous games like Match 3 with mathematics, or like a mini game, open world game that teaches compassion to the animals and plants.
I love it. Love it.
So this is our most big effort to make a good game that can resemble all that we want to do.
It's so nice. It's so nice and refreshing to have this kind of game as well. Because otherwise we just we just see the same thing. Like I don't know. I find it so relaxing already just by looking at it and just by listening the sound.
Yeah, I mean, people have or are into gaming industry to have some stress release, and that could be actually with zombies or that kind of games. But other kind of people also need this kind of mindful things to
Totally.
relax, and sometimes you need to change, and you actually look for it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
also, sorry, go ahead.
there's a market. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a market, and I'm so happy also as well that you want to tackle like mental health, mindfulness, gratitude, and so many compassion. You also mentioned that we need more of all of that in our current situation.
Indeed.
So
Yeah. It's deep topics. I know.
yeah. So beautiful.
Trying to make our best.
Thank you. I mean, thank you for making that game. Please make more. One of the last question I was what is the platform that you're going to have the game released on?
Yes, we are going to release it in the Steam. We are closing deals with Nintendo Switch and on mobiles, Android and iPhone.
And
So this game can reach everyone.
maybe one of the last question is are you planning to release it, or when is there's our viewers could actually try to play the game? What's the early?
We are trying. We are. I think we're going to have the beta version this January 2023.
Okay.
So the game will be playable at that time. Around that time, because Sammy is a winner of some economic stimulus of the government of Peru. It has won the funds of the Ministry of Production, Pro Innovate, and also the DAFO incentives of the Ministry of Culture. So we are using funds to make the game since this, as I said, this last the previous year, August, July, and now we are trying to reach to make the game to the beta version in January, in the next January. Yes.
Nice. Wow.
We will be very glad to see you here, Marco,
Yes.
next year and play together with
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You know, I have so many debts in my bucket list that I have to accomplish, and one of them is go to events like that,
Yeah.
for sure.
Thank you. Please join us once again. And also thank you for taking the time today to share the game and your passion. Marco, was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you all.
I'm looking forward to see you soon.
Yes.
Bye,
please.
Marco.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, so cool.
Yeah, very nice.
Wow.
I'm really eager to
Pew.
see that game already.
Yeah, okay. I think Jennifer, you're
Right?
gonna play it. Do you wanna play it?
Yeah, we can do that right now.